Hi, I'm Faith, and today I want to review Foundations Level A from Logic of English. Level A includes the phonemic awareness, the sounds of A to Z, writing the lowercase letters in manuscript or cursive, the CVC words, consonant blends, 35 high-frequency words, fluency, vocabulary, and reading comprehension. Foundations A includes 40 instructional lessons, and following every fifth lesson, there will be an assessment review lesson. There's a total of 8 review lessons that provide an opportunity for the teacher to test their child on these skills. Not every skill needs to be mastered before moving on. Only the skills that have a number 1 needs to be mastered before continuing. Skills that are marked with a 2 or 3 will be practiced in the upcoming lessons. At the end of the assessment, you'll have a section with practice ideas. This section is for children that need extra practice before moving on to the next lesson. Foundations A includes 6 readers that you have to put together with your child. This is where the child will read the word or phrase and find the matching picture. This is a fun activity that's included in the student workbook. Foundations Level A includes many different types of learning games. My kids' favorite game was probably when I hid the phonogram cards and they had to go on a scavenger hunt. They would actually look for the cards around the room, and when they found the card, they had to say the phonogram sounds out loud, and afterwards they practiced writing the phonogram on a whiteboard. This was a fun activity for them to do, and at the same time they're learning their phonograms. Some of the games are included in the student workbook. I personally cut them all out and laminated the game cards and the high frequency cards. This way, if my child needed extra practice with a certain skill, I just repeated the games that went along with the previous lesson. My oldest son's favorite high-frequency games were probably when we had the high-frequency words written on a piece of paper. Then he had to crumple the little piece of paper and try to make it into a basket. But before he could do that, he actually had to read the word out loud and then crumple it up, then throw it. To teach Foundations A, you will need to purchase Level A Teacher's Manual. This manual will have all of the information that you will need to teach your child. The manual includes the scope and sequence, a little information on the foundations, the phonograms that will be taught in Level A, and the materials that will be needed for each lesson. Each lesson includes the objectives and the materials that are needed and that are optional. Each lesson includes a teacher-student dialogue, which you can read word to word and be able to successfully teach your child. Materials needed are listed next to every activity. Throughout the manual, you will have an opportunity to read the helpful teacher tips that answer frequent questions or add additional resources. You will also have an opportunity for extra multisensory fun, which provides optional suggestions for fun learning. Throughout the manual, you'll also find speech tips, which give you helpful tips whenever your child has a struggle pronouncing certain sounds. When you'll teach a new phonogram, you'll have an option to do the phonogram of the day. This yellow tab will give you ideas on how to incorporate the new phonogram into your life. Whether you eat apples or read about ants, this little area will give you a few optional ideas for fun learning. The teacher's manual also includes writing lessons. It will demonstrate how to teach your child cursive or manuscript. Sometimes the lessons might be too easy for your child, which is when this purple tab will give you an optional challenge activity. These activities will help challenge your child so they don't get bored and are motivated to keep learning. You'll have the first spelling lesson when you'll reach lesson 21. Each spelling lesson includes 3 spelling words and 2 challenging words. They are shaded in blue. The lessons include a guide on how to teach the spelling word with Say to Spell and with spelling hints. To teach Foundations Level A, you'll also need to get Level A Student Workbook. I don't have my original workbook, but usually it looks like this. I personally like to separate the pages from the workbook, hole punch the pages, and put them in a binder. Then I'll take out the pages that I need for that day. This way, my boys stay focused on that page that I gave them instead of flipping through the workbook trying to get ahead. The student workbook is colorful and engaging. This workbook includes all of the writing worksheets, reviews, and many types of games. In my child's workbook, I make sure to include stickers for finishing the lesson and for certain games like phonogram bingo. You will also need to buy the Doodling Dragons and ABC Book of Sounds. This book is one of our favorite phonogram books. Some might say that you can teach foundations without this book, but I definitely recommend buying this book if you have small children. This book helps to memorize the phonograms quicker, and Logic of English also has songs that go along with each letter of the alphabet. You also might want to get the handwriting tactile cards. I use the cards to teach the basic handwriting strokes and the letters A to Z. The tactile cards have sandpaper texture and they have directions on the back. The cards came in a set which had the handwriting strokes, lowercase, uppercase letters, and numbers 0 to 9. The cards are available in cursive or manuscript. You can also use the teacher's manual if you don't have the cards. The teacher's manual includes the handwriting directions. You can also buy the phonogram game cards. We personally didn't use the phonogram game cards, but I think we would have used them more often if I actually bought the second set of phonogram game cards. I do want to buy the second set next time I buy something from Logic of English. That way we can actually play the phonogram Go Fish and some other games that they have that we kind of skipped just because it was my fault for not buying 2 sets of phonogram game cards. So don't make that mistake. Buy 2 if you actually enjoy those type of games. I definitely recommend buying the basic phonogram flashcards. These cards are thick, but I still wanted to laminate mine so that they could last longer. The basic phonogram flashcards come with 75 cards, 1 letter and multi-letter phonograms on the front, and on the back they have the phonogram sounds, sample word, and a spelling aid. Another must-have for teaching Foundations Level A is the phonogram game tiles. 130 tiles are printed on a heavy cardboard, but to organize my tiles, I decided to glue magnets on the back of each tile. So in the beginning, I would only have the phonograms on the whiteboard that we just learned. Then I kept adding new phonogram tiles the further we got through the foundations. In Foundations Level A, you'll only need the basic phonograms A to Z. Overall, we love Foundations Level A from Logic of English. My oldest son actually started Foundations Level A midway through his kindergarten year because I used a different program with him earlier and it was not working for him. So I made the switch and it was the best switch I ever done. I love Foundations. We actually started Level A in February and I believe it was end of February or beginning of March, and he was done with Level A by May. So by the end of May he was finished with it, and right after he completed Level A we jumped right into Level B, and so far he's working through Level C and we're still enjoying it. And my second oldest child also loves Foundations Level A. He actually has a lot of energy and he doesn't sit still for a very long time. But this curriculum works for both of my kids. If you thought this video was helpful, click the like button and click the subscribe button to see more of my homeschooling videos. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.